Welcome, I'm your instructor for myTOEFL, and today we're mastering the Listen to a Conversation task. We'll break down a campus interaction to help you pinpoint the main problem and catch those tricky policy details that frequently appear on the exam. And if you're finding these strategies helpful, make sure to subscribe to myTOEFL for more expert insights. Let's keep working together to reach your target score. Listen carefully to this interaction between a student and a staff member. Pay close attention to the student's specific request and the various rules mentioned regarding the equipment.
Hi, I need to borrow a laptop because mine is being repaired.
We have loaners available for 3-day periods. Do you have your student ID?
Yes, here it is. Can I renew the loan if my laptop isn't ready by then?
You can renew it once, but there's a late fee of $10 per day.
Understood. I'll make sure to bring it back by Thursday afternoon.
Great. Please sign this agreement form before you leave.
Hi, I need to borrow a laptop because mine is being repaired. In this opening turn, the man establishes the purpose of his visit by stating he needs to borrow a laptop. He provides the context for this request by explaining that his own device is being repaired, which sets the stage for the rest of the dialogue. Woman, we have loaners available for 3-day periods. Do you have your student ID? The woman introduces the specific terms of the service, noting that they offer loaners available. By specifying 3-day periods, she sets a clear time limit that the student must manage, and her request for a student ID indicates a standard verification step. Man, yes, here it is. Can I renew the loan if my laptop isn't ready by then? The man complies with the ID request but expresses concern about the timeline. He asks if he can renew the loan, showing he is worried that his own equipment isn't ready by the time the 3-day period ends. Woman, you can renew it once, but there's a late fee of $10 per day. The woman clarifies the extension policy, stating he can renew it once. However, she adds a warning about a late fee of $10 per day, which is a critical detail regarding the financial consequences of missing the deadline. Man, understood. I'll make sure to bring it back by Thursday afternoon. The man confirms his understanding of the rules and commits to a deadline. By saying he will bring it back by Thursday afternoon, he demonstrates he is adhering to the 3-day limit established earlier. Woman, great. Please sign this agreement form before you leave. To wrap up the transaction, the woman requires a formal commitment. She asks him to sign this agreement form, which serves as a legal or procedural confirmation of the loan terms they just discussed. Why does the man want to borrow a laptop? This question asks, why does the man want to borrow a laptop, which requires us to identify his primary motivation. Think back to the very beginning of the conversation. Now let's look at our options to find the correct answer. Let's look at option A. He lost his original laptop yesterday. Option A suggests he lost his laptop, but the man explicitly stated his computer was being repaired. Since the reason is different, this is an incorrect distractor. Now, let's check what option B suggests. He needs it for a class presentation. This choice mentions a class presentation, but this detail never appeared in the dialogue. Although it's a plausible scenario on campus, it wasn't the reason given, so we should eliminate it. Here is option C. Let's see if it fits the dialogue. His personal computer is being fixed. Option C says his computer is being fixed, which is a direct paraphrase of the man's words that it was being repaired. This accurately reflects his motivation for borrowing the laptop. Finally, let's evaluate option D. He wants to test a new model. Option D suggests he wants to test a new model, but the conversation indicates his request is out of necessity, not curiosity. There is no mention of wanting to test anything, so this option is wrong. Therefore, the best answer is option C, because it matches the man's initial explanation that his laptop was being worked on. What is true about the laptop loan policy? This question asks, what is true about the policy, requiring us to identify a specific fact mentioned by the woman. Focus on the rules she listed for the loan. Now let's look at our options to find the correct answer. Let's start with option A. Laptops are only available for 1 day. Option A claims the loan is for 1 day, but the woman explicitly mentioned 3-day periods. This incorrect time frame makes the option a distractor. Now, let's check option B. A professor's signature is required. Option B mentions a professor's signature, but the dialogue only refers to a student ID and an agreement form signed by the student. Since the professor is never mentioned, this is incorrect. Let's look at option C. There is a $5 late fee. Option C suggests a $5 fee, but the woman stated the late fee was actually $10 per day. This numerical error means we should eliminate this choice. Here is option D. Let's see if it fits the dialogue. The loan can be renewed once. Option D states the loan can be renewed once, which is a perfect match for the woman's confirmation that you can renew it once. This is the correct factual detail. The correct choice is option D, since it accurately restates the renewal limit provided by the staff member. To master these tasks, always listen for the specific reason a student visits an office and take note of any numbers or conditions mentioned in the response. Tracking these details is the key to navigating distractors and choosing the right answer every time.